world, and welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. It's time once again for another monthly setup, but before I get into August, I wanted to go back through the couple of weekly spreads that I made for July for two reasons. I really liked the way that they looked, so I wanted to share it, and I didn't use them at all. I literally did not ever write down a to-do list, write down an event, anything in my bullet journal in July. So sometimes you can have a beautiful spread that you absolutely love and you're really excited to use, and then you don't even use it. And that's the way life goes. So here we are. We're in August. It's August 2nd now as I am recording this. It's going to be late, but not as late as last time, and that's okay. And I swear it is not my intention at all to do Amanda Rachel Lee's August theme. It just worked out that way. As you can see, I have an overwhelming number of stickers. I have no excuse. I have consciously and subconsciously kept forgetting to cancel my Stickii Club subscription. And I have managed to amass too many stickers. So every month that I'm looking at doing a new theme, I go back to my stickers and I say, okay, what stickers can I try and use in this theme? And I think there must be something subconscious going on that influenced me and also influenced Amanda Rachel Lee. It's this like early 2000s middle school nostalgia, definitely inspiration from Olivia Rodrigo, although I hadn't even realized that until I watched Amanda Rachel Lee's video, but it makes perfect sense. But I just had this idea, wait, what if I did a composition notebook, like a journal that I would have kept when I was, 12. Another major influence that I was thinking of a lot when I was putting this together before Amanda Rachel Lee's video had come out was the Amelia's Notebook series by Marissa Moss, which was a series of books that I really enjoyed when I was, a tween, preteen, early teenager. At that age, I kept a diary very religiously. I actually kept a diary pretty much all the way through high school, and I've still got them there in storage now. But bullet journaling is such a wildly different experience for me now. I've learned so much about the journaling process and like what's valuable for me and all this stuff. But anyway, so that was a big influence for me, which again is this like early 2000s nostalgia, etc., etc. I absolutely love it. I loved Amanda's setup, obviously, and I did actually, after watching that video, change a couple of things about my setup because I was like, you know what? That's a better idea. I like that better. The cover page, I put too many stickers on here. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's too many stickers. I like it. I loved doing it. The process of putting down all of these stickers was so much fun, but it's too many stickers, and that's okay. I also drew some inspiration from Plant-Based Bride, another Bujotuber favorite of mine, in that I don't remember what month it was, but she did a theme where the entire month was like a notebook, and all of the pages inside the theme, like the weekly spreads and the monthly pages and stuff, were all cut down a little bit to fit inside the two covers of the month. I hope that the way I said that makes sense. You get it. You can go and check it out on our channel. Hopefully I will have remembered to put a link to that in the description. So I wanted to do something similar to have all of the pages that would be in the month of August to fit inside two covers with that like classic composition notebook patterning on the outside. And for the inside cover, I'm not doing a calendar this month. Crazy wild. I don't think there's been a month where I haven't done some kind of calendar, whether it's like a big box layout over 2 pages or a small calendar or a list calendar, something. But I'm not doing that here. Instead, I'm doing a variation on something I've done before, which is a weekly schedule, because there's like a lot of sort of regular things that happen in a week for me. And this is building off of the existing layout in many composition notebooks that allows you to build in like your class schedule if you're in high school, middle school, whatever. And so I've got space to add in my regular occurring events as well as my spouse's regular occurring events. And we'll get into how to handle like special one-day events a little bit later in the setup. For now, you can see I'm cutting down all of my pages. It's not much. It's 1 dot's worth on the top, bottom, and outer edge. So it's really not much, but it's enough to give this like psychological impression of it being a book within a book, you know? And the absolute superhero of this setup is my little corner cutter. I love this thing so much. I cannot recommend it highly enough. I mean, any corner cutter is going to do. I just particularly like the one that I have. And I love little rounded corners. Now here is a choice that I made, and I love the way that it looks. I love it. I hated doing it. So we're only going to do this a couple of times throughout the video. Don't worry, you don't have to watch this that many times. I drew out, as you can see, the lines that you would find in a composition notebook. It's incredibly aesthetically pleasing to like look at it and have it look like it's a composition notebook page with the blue lines. Doing it is a pain in the butt. Getting back to some of those Stickii Club supplies. Oh, and these stickers here. The little calendar sticker that I've got there. I've actually got a whole set of calendars for 2021 and 2022 because I was supposed to use those for my new bullet journal setup. And then I got them and realized how big they were and that they were not at all going to fit in the spread that I had planned out. So now I've just got these calendar stickers and I don't know what to do with them. But this was the perfect opportunity. And what I'm creating here is a space. The little pink post-it, as it says, is notes to myself, little notes about, anything. And the black post-it is a space to write out my goals. I've actually written in some goals. I didn't even fill out my goals for July ever, even though I did this whole goal reset process and really thought deeply about my goals and what I still wanted to achieve in the year and all this stuff. I never managed to transition that into setting goals for July, so I just didn't bother with that. Ta-da! Now we're getting into what I'm going to do about events that only happen on one day in the month as opposed to regularly occurring events. I am filling out every single daily. I'm making a daily for every single day in the month. I'm not organizing it by week. I'm just going however many days I can fit on a page. I have space for all 31 days. It's really weird for me because I've never done something like this, but we'll give it a try. And from the perspective of August 2nd, I actually used my bullet journal yesterday. I had a very brief to-do list, and I used, again, some of the many stickers that I have accrued to add in work to do today and tomorrow and the weather for yesterday, that kind of stuff. So in my book, that's working. I don't know how it'll be through the rest of the month, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm also, one of the things that I'm thinking in leaving space open for each day is I can fill in my gratitude throughout the month in the daily boxes. Or not, I'm trying, but that is a challenging process for me that I will continue to work on. To speak a little bit to the wide array of colors that I selected, I was so big on rainbows when I was in my journaling phase as a teenager. Not that I loved rainbows as a symbol or an icon or something. I just always had to have different colored pens, markers, etc. for my journals. And something that I would do very often is switch what color was on what day. Like either I would go through a rotation or there was a certain color for a certain day. I was really, really big on rainbow organization of stuff. So I tried to pick colors that I thought little preteen or teenage me would have really enjoyed. I think I did a good job. I think 12-year-old me would like these colors a lot. And also just keeping it honestly pretty messy. So you can see I don't have a huge amount of room on each day. Part of that is because I don't want it to be overwhelming, and I also don't want to feel like I've wasted a huge amount of space if I don't end up using a day or a whole week or whatever. I can fill in any unused space with more stickers because I'm not going to run out anytime in the foreseeable future. So yeah, very, very authentic feels like the wrong word to use here, but like authentic to who I was when I was a teenager, except it's not, because my skills and my aesthetics and everything has developed so much into adulthood. Anyway, now we're getting into the part that was actually inspired by Amanda H. Lee. I had a different idea for my mood tracker, something similar to the graphs that I've really been liking this year, but Amanda did a layout where she would use stickers for each mood, and I was like, aha, I have just the stickers for that. That's perfect. So I did 31 little bubbles. I gave them numbers, and then I've got these little teeny tiny bird stickers that come in 3 colors, which is perfect because I track my mood in 3s. So for each day, I'll just put in a little sticker. And I have to say, I have never in my life thought that I would want sticker tweezers. Like, I could see them being neat, but not really a necessity. But trying to peel off all these little teeny tiny stickers with my stub nails was so challenging. I might actually have to invest in some sticker tweezers. So if you got to this point in the video and you happen to feel like sharing your preferred brand or type of sticker tweezers, please do so, because I know next to nothing about sticker tweezers. I also apparently know nothing about how my green marker shows up when I use the fine point end of it. Anyway, here is the final flip through. The last couple of pages I'm leaving blank because I'm going to try and participate in a readathon in August. Maybe I'll make a video about that eventually. Who knows? And I'm also leaving space for myself if I need to add in more pages. And then the last thing I'll add at the end of the month is the back cover before moving into September. This is everything that I put together. I'm really happy with it. It's kind of messy looking, and that really fits with what I wanted. So I hope that you have enjoyed this as much as I did. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.